In 2002, a man walked into a bank with $180 million, every dollar he'd made selling PayPal, and told them he wanted to buy a rocket. The banker laughed. The man didn't. That man was Elon Musk. And on June 12, 2026, his rocket company goes public in the biggest IPO in human history. This is everything you need to know and exactly what to do before that date. Let's start with the number that stopped Wall Street cold. $1.75 trillion. That's SpaceX's target valuation. Not billion, trillion. For context, that's bigger than the entire GDP of Canada. It's bigger than Apple was in 2020. It makes SpaceX the most valuable company ever to go public on a U.S. stock exchange in a single day, on June 12th. Now here's where the story gets personal for regular Americans. SpaceX is reserving 30% of its shares for retail investors. You, me, everyday people. Every other mega IPO in history gave retail investors around 5%. Saudi Aramco, the previous record holder at $29 billion raised, gave retail almost nothing. Musk is doing something Wall Street has never seen before. He's handing the everyday American a seat at the table that banks and hedge funds have owned for a century. But before you reach for your phone and open your brokerage app, you need to understand exactly what you're buying. Because SpaceX isn't one company. It's three businesses, wrapped inside one ticker symbol SPCX, and each one tells a completely different financial story. Business number one is SpaceX itself. The rocket company, the one that made Musk famous. In 2025, SpaceX launched more rockets than every other country on Earth combined. They operate the Falcon 9, the most reliable rocket ever. Built with over 300 successful launches. They hold NASA contracts worth billions. They're the only private company that regularly sends humans to the International Space Station. Revenue from the launch business hit $4.2 billion. In 2025, growing fast. Margins getting stronger every year. Business number two is Starlink. This is the real engine of the entire company. Starlink is SpaceX's global satellite internet service, 7,000 satellites orbiting Earth right now, beaming broadband internet to every corner of the planet. As of today, Starlink has crossed 10 million paying subscribers. Monthly average revenue per user sits at around $66. The connectivity segment posted $1.19 billion in profit last quarter alone. Annual Starlink revenue in 2025 hit $12.3 billion. And here's the explosive part. They're just getting started. Africa, Southeast Asia, rural America, billions of people still without reliable internet. Starlink is going to every single one of them. Business number three is xAI, Musk's artificial intelligence company, now folded into the SpaceX structure. xAI burned $6.4 billion in 2025 building Grok, its AI model competing directly with ChatGPT and Google Gemini. It has a $1.25 billion per month compute deal with Anthropic for AI infrastructure. xAI is not profitable yet, not even close. But Musk is betting that the AI race is the most important war of the next decade. And SpaceX shareholders are going to own a piece of it. Total SpaceX revenue in 2025, $18.67 billion, up 33%. From 2024, the company is growing faster than almost anything Wall Street has ever seen at this scale. But here's the honest truth you need to hear. SpaceX posted a $4.94 billion net loss in 2025. On paper, it lost money. How? Because Musk is reinvesting every dollar back into Starship, the next generation rocket designed to carry 100 people to Mars and into AI infrastructure. He's not building a company. He's building a civilization. Now, the big question every investor is asking, should you buy SPCX on June 12th? Here's the case for buying. Starlink alone could be worth $600 billion as a standalone business. The launch business is irreplaceable. No other company has this capability. At this cost, government contracts provide stable baseline revenue, and the retail allocation means demand will be enormous, which historically pushes IPO prices up on day one. The momentum is real. Here's the case against buying on day one. The valuation is 94 times 2025 revenue. That is an extraordinarily high multiple. It assumes SpaceX executes perfectly on Starlink, Starship, and XAI simultaneously. Any miss on any of those fronts could drop the price sharply. There's another risk most people aren't talking about. Elon Musk controls 85.1% of all voting shares through a dual-class share structure. That means SPCX shareholders have almost zero say in how the company is run. You're not a partner. You're along for the ride. And one more thing, after 90 to 180 days, lockup periods expire. Early employees and early investors will all be able to sell. At the same time, December 2026 could see the largest single-day insider selling event in market history. Smart investors are watching that date carefully. So what should you actually do? Here's the honest answer. If you believe Elon Musk will succeed at colonizing Mars, making Starlink the internet provider for 2 billion people, and winning the AI race, then SPCX at any price is probably cheap in 20 years. If you're thinking about next year's returns, the smarter move is to watch the first earnings report after IPO before sizing any position. SPCX is not going anywhere after June 12th. The opportunity doesn't disappear the moment trading opens. Here's what Musk himself said when asked about going public. He said SpaceX's mission is to make humanity multiplanetary, and that requires resources beyond what any private investors can provide. This IPO isn't about making Musk richer. He's already worth over $300 billion. This is about funding the most ambitious project in human history.
A permanent human colony on Mars.
A global internet network serving every human being on Earth. An AI system that makes humanity smarter and safer. In 2002, everyone laughed at the man who wanted to buy a rocket. In 2026, that man is offering you a piece of the company that changed space forever. Whether you buy on June 12th or watch from the sidelines, one thing is certain. The world will never be the same after SPCX starts trading. June 12th. Market. Follow US Vantage, America's Sharpest View.